2, 1. Hello, welcome to the Christmas party. So far, oh, you know what? It only says it's you, and it doesn't say it's Michelle. Michelle is here as well. And Julie is going to join us in a minute. So we're going to have parties. I'm quite excited about this. And you've got parcels you can wave about with people, haven't you? I haven't got parcels. I got some things. So I thought we'd start while we're waiting for Julie. Oh, we've got people saying hello. Hi, Amy. Hi. I haven't seen names on Really Live. This didn't used to happen. This is new. Sarah's here and an Amy. So that's great. So yes. So I thought maybe you could start off by you telling us who you are, and then Julie will have arrived and she can tell us who she is, and then we can get going with the part.
Go on, then you go first.
Yeah, who's going first?
Morning, guys, and Merry Christmas. I'm Michelle from Custard and Bear, and I recognise a lot of people who've come to watch, so it's lovely to see you. And I help people get started and fall in love with their marketing and get consistent with it, and I enjoy doing it.
Fantastic. Kate says she's here with her hat and a glitter scarf.
Sarah, Kate, all of you. Woohoo!
Yeah, great. So go on then, Nicola, it's your turn. And then I'll do it.
Hi, I'm Nicola. I run Digital Sparkles, which is a social media training company. Work all the time, obviously, with Michelle and you, Amy. And obviously, this year we launched the Savvy Solos Business Club, which is a membership club for those in business by themselves, of which we're on that as well. So that's me.
Yay! And I'm Amy, which hopefully most of you will know. And I help businesses to look amazing. So I can do that for you, like designing logos and brand identities and things and prints and websites and illustrations and stuff. Or I can help you do it yourself in my Brand Success Club. So now we're just seeing Julie to turn up, but we've still got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So I want you to feel your parcels and guess what's in them. And then I'll ask you.
I'm dead jealous because you two have got things on your head, and I'm really hoping that this one there is some kind of headgear. Is it headgear?
It might be headgear. I'll just move the names.
And a bell poking out of mine.
Oh.
When can we open them? When we're allowed to open them?
When Julie gets here.
But I don't
know. 2 minutes. You're just going to start off something that she's got to do.
I don't understand how you're this organised, right? That you've managed to A, get us all together in the same hour, but B, send us out like presents before we're all together and be that organised. It's just a miracle.
I haven't even got my kids as presents, and you've got us presents.
I have sorted out my kids. Haven't necessarily sorted out anybody else. Yeah.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello, everybody. This is lovely. So, what is going to happen today is, because it's a Christmas party, I feel you can't have a Christmas party without decorations, without presents, without party games, and without food and drink. So we are going to have all of those things. That's a clue of what's in your parcel. So I think because Julie hasn't arrived yet, I have got some Christmas quiz questions I thought I would ask the people who are watching live, so you can put your answers in the comments. And then we'll see who gets the most questions right. So the first question is, who introduced Christmas trees to England? So if you know the answer to that, pop it in the comments and let us know. You look confused. Who first introduced Christmas trees to England? Because it didn't start there.
Do you know? It's something like, isn't the Christmas tree in London? It comes from Norway or something like that.
I think so, sort of, but not Norway. At least I don't think it's Norway. I don't actually have that answer. I just know who it was. Nobody else does know, because nobody's putting the answers in.
That's a hard one. So you meant to give us an easy one, Amy.
Hang on, we have questions. Rachel says Queen Victoria. Helen Morrill says Prince Albert. You win.
Is it Prince Albert?
It's Prince Albert. Yeah, that's the answer.
King Albert.
King Albert. I think it must be Prince Albert. It says Prince Albert on my sheet, but I think you still get a point for King Albert. That's pretty close. There we are.
Well done.
Well, that was Germany, wasn't it? Not Norway. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
I think it was Norway.
It might be Norway. Oh, Healy says Prince Albert. So there you go. You've all learnt something. So we'll have one more, because Julie should be here any minute, because it is now 5:05. So the next question was, what was little Jack Horner eating? So you have to go back to your child and look in this
in his corner, eating his plum pie.
Plum pie.
Well, it might have been, not according to my answers.
Kids, and we're on the hump.
That was Little Miss Muffet.
Yeah, all this muffin.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tummy eating her.
You love a quiz, Helen. You're very good at them. Somebody must know what Little Jack Horner is.
You had a thumb and a plum pie or
I
something
just
like
said
that.
I don't have children, right? So the nursery rhyme stuff will bypass me quite significantly.
You know what? I don't think I've shared this one with my kids, probably because I don't know it that well. But it's on my quiz, which my mum invented this quiz, so it's got to be right.
Look, Helen, Catherine, Amy, Rachel, all of them are plum pie.
You might have to Google it later. It's not what my answer is. You have one more moment. Let's see if Julie's in the lobby. No, she's not. I'm sure she'll be here in a minute. Oh, here she is. Brilliant. Okay, well, the answer, since nobody knows, is Christmas pie.
It's Christmas pie rather than
Christmas pie.
I think your mum's fixing this competition.
It was a while ago, this quiz. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Let me rearrange how we all look on the screen.
I can't see anything at the moment.
Oh, no, well, we can see you. That's what counts, right?
Okay, let me just see if I can.
So we've just been having a little quiz while we wait for you.
Hello, Nicola. Hello, Michelle. Hi. Hi. Oh, this is exciting.
Helen says, did you not used to work in early years, Nicola?
I left teaching. And I can't remember what I was doing yesterday, never mind 10 years ago.
I know, I did think when you sent all these lovely prezzies, Amy, my children are very old now. It's kind of, this looks very crafty and stuff I used to do years ago. So it'll be fun.
Because I'm definitely a crafty person. So, yeah, but it's fine. It's to pass the time because it's a party and you've got to have fun. Exactly. Oh, Amy says, but it must be in a Christmas pie. We're talking about nursery rhymes, Julie.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So we're going to get started because Julie's here now. So Julie, are you going to tell everybody who you are because we've done that bit?
Okay, yes. My name's Julie Johnson and I run the Success Club. So I inspire and empower self-employed people, solo professionals, small business owners, as well as leaders and managers to implement changes to get better results in their business. And I do this by focusing on helping people get really clear about what needs to be different and then help them explore their mindset and maybe get out of their own way or, you know, stop sabotaging themselves so they can actually feel happier and get the results that they want, whether that's better productivity, whether that's clarity, peace of mind, or more income or more clients. So I kind of help people do the business stuff as well as the life stuff, kind of not lose their sanity or lose their life in the process. That's me.
Brilliant. And I just think I'll point out at this moment that I invited you three to come and be part of the party because you've all been amazing for me this year in different ways. And you're all wonderful. And everyone should go and buy your things.
Thank you, Amy.
I buy your things. So that's why you're here, not just because you're nice people. That's one of the reasons.
That's
partly because you've been so incredibly helpful all year, and I wanted to give you presents. So there you go. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is open one of the presents, which I think, because I don't have a copy of the presents, which is a bit stupid. I think it's the red. Is it red? And it's like A4 size. Yeah.
Take one.
Open one of those, and then that's the first thing that we're going to do.
It says this side up.
This side up. Mine's now torn.
That's so when you open it, that's on the desk because you were sent into this. Okay.
Oh wow! This is packed.
Yes, it is packed. Yeah, I'll just put you on big. I can do you big for a minute myself. So everyone can see.
Decorations to put on. Look at that.
Because you can't have a party without decorating a tree, right?
This is fabulous.
I know Nicola's got a tree in her office, but you're not sitting in the right place to see it. So you need a tree.
Turn around in a bit,
Does it go like?
Yeah, so it slots together. So like my tree is like a wooden version. Oh, I've put it so you can't see it. My tree is like a wooden version, and you slot the two bits together. Yeah, just like that. Perfect.
Oh, I'm a bit slow off the mark here. There we go. Right.
I tell you what, I'm back in the classroom again now, Helen Morrow.
So you should have some of the sparkly stuff that I've got on my tree. You should have, I think you've got a couple of jingle bells. You've got glitter glue. Everyone's got a different colour. Mine's green, but another tree. You've got little stickers. And there's little stickers that are like little jewels, I think. And I think you've got some stars like this as well. I'm trying to remember what I put in the pack. So yeah, so you've got to go and decorate your trees. And while you're doing that, you're all going to share one of your tips. So we'll start at the top of the screen, because Julie's at the top of the screen. She's going to go first.
Oh,
so you can share your
screen.
Interesting. At the top of my screen, and I think you're on the top on the internet for the rest of the world.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're going to go clockwise. So you're first, Julie. I'll put you on solo. So Michelle and Nicola, you will for a minute.
Okay. So my first tip is to
Oh, hi, Sandra.
Sorry?
No, go on. No, I was saying hello. Go on.
Oh, okay. My first tip is to notice. So it's kind of to notice things with curiosity. So at this time of year in particular, we get so busy. So we're rushing around doing. And I really want people to just kind of occasionally stop and be aware and notice what's going on, both around them and also internally. So how are they feeling? What are they thinking? What's happening for them? So that just noticing just brings you back into the present moment as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
So mindfulness to me is kind of sounds really complicated, but that's all it is. It's just noticing. It's just occasionally kind of noticing what's happening for you and what's happening around you. So that's my first tip.
Brilliant. Well, that was great. Exactly what I wanted. Nice and quick and easy so that everybody can squeeze all of it in. So who's going to go next? Oh, actually, I said it's going to go clockwise, didn't I? So it should be me. You are sorry?
We're just playing now. We're just decorating trees. So you've got
okay. Well, in that case, my tip, I'm putting tree baubles on my tree as we go. I've got one bauble for each tip, so my tree won't be there by the time we're finished. My first tip was all about doing the prep work. So if you watch any of my videos, then you probably know that this is quite a big deal to me. I speak about it all the time. Oh, I should put myself on solo. Sorry about that. Because if you do the prep work, then it really means that you know what you're doing when it comes to doing the rest of work on your brand. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Dan. So it's really important to make sure that you do those things first, and then everything else just kind of goes into place. So by prep work, I mean things like who your ideal client is, what your brand values are, what your brand personality is. And once you know what those things are, there's other things as well, but like the main things, then everything else is so much easier. Rebecca says there's a sad lack of pom-poms. Sorry about that. I have no pom-poms.
No, I feel like I need the hat.
So it's really important to get all of that nailed and spend time thinking about it before you even open Canva or open any document or try and think about your colours. Just get that sorted out. So that was my tip. And I don't know. So how are your trees looking?
Trees are coming along. Good. The room.
I've not done very much yet. There's loads of stuff, but it's great.
Oh, hang on, Nicola.
I've stuck my fingers together.
Oh, no. Oh, did you find the glue dots? I don't think I mentioned glue dots.
So Nick can go while I unstick my fingers. Nick can do her.
Okay, right, go on then, Nicola.
So
I'm sticking my trees decorations on. Go on.
Okay, so my first tip was just about resilience and staying resilient and not giving up. And after all of these years of not giving up myself, I think one of the easiest ways to stay resilient is to find someone to talk to, someone who actually knows what they're doing. And in that, I'm going to be a little controversial and suggest not a family member, because unless a family member runs a business and knows what you're going through, they are looking at it through their worldview for you on your behalf, and so will advise accordingly, obviously out of love normally.
Yeah.
Where someone who you don't know quite so well, or, you know, when I was having a breakdown about 10 days ago, I went next door to Michelle, right? And that having those buddies, having those people, having those real trusted people around you when you're having a bad day is the thing that I think is one of the most important things to keep you resilient. We all need someone to talk to share with. But I do think it needs to be outside of your family. Find some other small business owners who utterly get how bad your day is going.
Yeah, I think there's a truth in that, and that you're able to be truthful to the person you're speaking to, and they can tell you the truth back. And sometimes the truth's the hardest thing to hear, but it's what Julie said, isn't it, about getting out of your own way sometimes. So
stay resilient, don't give up, but find some people who can help you along your journey, who you trust, who you can talk to, and who you know you can turn to no matter what, whether that's good stuff or bad stuff, but you've just got people there to turn to, like us and how we're working the day.
Yeah. And actually that starts with noticing as well, doesn't it? It's noticing that where you are and what's happening for you, and the fact that you actually need a bit of help. So yeah, absolutely agree.
Fantastic. Yeah, I definitely think that's really important. I have you three, so I'm good. Right, now it's Michelle's turn.
My first tip, when it comes to your marketing, I want you to be like an advent calendar. So I'm going to show you 2 advent calendars. Okay, if I first of all, sorry, my kids have closed all of their doors. Who closes doors on an advent calendar?
That makes it more of a challenge the next day, right? We're getting some great comments up about resilience. You have to have a look at the end. Carry on.
This is one of my kids' advent calendars, and you can see a doors being opened every day so far on 6 days. This is my advent calendar. It's completely shut. Okay, I've opened no doors. So with your marketing, I want you to do lots of little things, and even if that's one little thing a day. So just like opening one little door every day on an advent calendar, by the end of the month, you've achieved 24 little good things. 24 little good things that build up to something. Okay, so on day 24, you always get I think there's a mini Mars bar or something in there. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's going to tie into one of my next tips.
Fantastic.
And they're all what's cumulative. Yeah, it's a hard work. All cumulative, okay?
Yeah.
A little bit every day.
Brilliant.
Thank you for the feedback. Have you seen the feedback, Amy, down in the
Great. It's really hard because I know we've got like conscious of time and all these tips and all these comments are fantastic.
Feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much. Right, how are your trees looking?
Trees look like
I need to get more glitter out.
Definitely. Julie, that's brilliant.
My clothes are just like chucked. Whereas ours is just like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think Kirsty Alsop will be getting us on a webinar anytime soon.
I'm trying to decorate my tree with baubles as we go. So like for each I'll get them on.
Yay.
Later for the night out.
Brilliant. Okay, so so we're up to unwrapping the next thing. So you can leave it, please. You can finish them later.
Oh no, I'm gonna keep going with the tree.
Keep going if you really want.
Next.
So I'm going to ask one more question for people who are watching so that they can feel like they're involved as well. So my next quiz question was, who was king when Jesus was born? That's very Christian. I apologise if I'm not a Christian person.
I know. We all know.
That's good.
Herod.
Yeah, that was obviously an easy one. No one was answering that in the questions, which is right.
Every year at school for years and years and years and years and years. That one stuck in.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh, Sarah's saying King Herod as well. Fantastic. Right. So the next thing we're going to do, we need to open another package. This package, which colour is this package? I don't know. Hold your packages up.
A white one, a yellow one, and a ho ho ho.
Yeah, I think we're opening the ho 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 one. Yes. Oh, we've got quite a few people saying Herod now. People do know. Oh, good. Yeah, I should point out, by the way, we decorated trees partly because 2 of you said that decorating trees and picking the tree was like your favourite thing about Christmas. So I figured I had to put that in. I think you mentioned that. Oh, hi, Christine. You can Herod as well. Right, so open this one.
Herod. Amazing, look.
Okay, hang on, we're going to have to put people up so we can see.
Now I'm going to have to put that. Oh, I was trying to show you the tree, but
yeah, very good.
I'm the reindeer. I'm Rudolph, presumably.
Yeah, we've got a nose as well. The nose is optional. It just happened to come with the antlers.
Okay.
But you don't have to wear the nose. But feel free.
It looks like it should. I'll need to put that on first. Oh, it's quite tight. Is this for a little head? I think I've got a big head.
I don't know.
When you put it on, it's...
How does it? Mine's not. Oh, it is.
I've never felt attractive ever.
Are you amazing? I feel very left out. I was actually going to go and get myself another one of these after I decided these were the ones, and I haven't managed to get. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do with my extremely elegant ones. I did think we had like really hideous green ones in the loft, but we don't. We just have these, which is just not the same, is it? Because my hair looks awful now. So the game is, you will notice that you have candy canes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you've got to hook the candy canes onto your antlers, which was easier at home. And then, yeah, we're going to see how many people, how many candy canes you can get on, and the person with the most candy canes on their head wins. So I'm going to put my hat back on now.
Do we win an incredible prize as we're already wearing?
Yeah, I've lost them. I'll get my antlers. My hand on the floor.
Wow.
I can't actually quite believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it, Nicola? Yeah.
So while you're
Live.
doing it, you've got to tell me the next tips.
Oh, these are little ones.
Yeah, you've got
Oh, it's going to fall off.
Thank you so much for saying that you love us and that we look fab. I'm not sure.
Thanks, Chris.
I'm trying to look at the camera and it just doesn't work on.
I think I'm going to have to take the flasher off because I can't actually breathe.
I know.
I'd rather you breathe. Doing very well.
How many of these did you put in, Amy?
I can't remember, but you do have even quantities. You have more than I do anyway. I could put you on my antlers.
I've got a tip to this.
Oh no, I dropped one. Right, okay. So Julia's going to go first for the tip.
Okay. I think we have to be minus the nose. Oh no, some of them have dropped off. Okay.
Anybody?
Self-compassion.
So
Be kind to yourself. So, we all know that we should put our own mask on first, in the aeroplane, and none of us do. As women, we tend to put ourselves last. We're bottom of the pile. Never prioritise ourselves. So this is a bit more than that. It's about being with yourself without judging. So it's kind of being your own best friend, but being non-judgmental. So, when we talk to people, when you talk to a friend, you don't criticise, you don't judge, you're really kind and compassionate. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, see, I can't hear you. That's because I've lost my earphones.
Comment.
Hang on.
nose on.
That's exactly when I took the nose off, the earphones obviously came out and I didn't even notice. So there you go. So I thought I was talking to myself for a minute. So I've got a glowing Adam's apple now. So where was I? Self-compassion, yes. It's being kind to yourself, but it's a bit more than that. It's trying to be non-judgmental, not critical. So just, again, it gets back to the first one, which is noticing. It's noticing what you say to yourself, how you feel about yourself, and just being kind to yourself and saying, actually, that's okay. I'm human. We're all human.
Yeah.
So be compassionate with yourself as you are with other people. There you go. That's my tip number 2.
Which can be quite hard, can't it?
It can be, but the first thing is to notice, isn't it? I get back to the first step. I'm dropping these candy bars like I don't know what now.
Brilliant. Okay, so my tip, so we can race through this bit, is about being consistent. So when I did my branching challenge, I had a little survey thing at the end of the entries, and every single one of them said that they wanted to know how to be more consistent with their brand identity. And it is really actually very simple. And it basically, it basically just means that you need to make some decisions about what your colours are, about what your fonts are, about what kind of images you want to use, that kind of stuff. So that you've made that decision and you've put it somewhere. So don't just like make it and then keep it in your head. Make it and write it down, stick it in your notes on your phone or in Evernote, or write it on a bit of paper and stick it next to your desk so you've got something to refer to. And then that way you will be consistent every time that you're posting. And the next tip will also be more about consistency as well on my list here with lots of Christmas trees. So yeah, that was my tip. And now it's up to Michelle or Nicola who wants to go next.
Consistency comes up all the time. I know it comes up yesterday in training. The one thing that was on and on and on was consistency. How can I be consistent? and even if you just like take those little steps you were talking about, one thing a day is consistent. 2 things a day is consistent. Sitting down for 5 minutes every day and noticing yourself is consistent. It isn't. I wonder why we're all getting in such a dilemma about consistency, because actually it means regular. It means it just means taking action, doesn't it?
And I think we are more consistent in our worrying about being consistent, which means an hour a day worrying about being consistent when we could have spent 10 minutes doing our marketing and 5 minutes being mindful, you know. So I think if this year we can all help each other, just calm down, take a breath, and do a little bit more, that would be fantastic. But that weren't our tips. They're not our tips, but it's just you're right. I think everybody's spending too much time worrying over stuff instead of just doing some other stuff. And it's about thinking, do you know what? If I waste this next hour chewing myself and upsetting myself, I could have just done 3 Facebook posts, or gone for a walk in the fresh air, or just not worrying about things that take you away from actually taking action.
Yeah.
And yes, you're Michelle. Sorry, I'm looking at Joanne Rowland there. Joanne, you're right one for this. You just worry yourself. Where actually just do some drawing, because that's what you're absolutely amazing at.
Yeah, it's stop and notice when you're worrying, and then do something different.
Change something else. Even if it's just get up and walk around your room, sit down and feel it. I think the noticing thing is really, really key, because then all the other things come from that.
Yeah.
It's got to do with the tips we're going to share right now, but I think this is horrible.
It's important.
I can do my tip sort of it ties in. So to help, I told you to do like one little thing, and it's like, well, what are those one little things, and when are you going to do them? So we've got to plan. And every year, New Year's resolutions will always be, I'm going to plan. I'm going to plan, and then half of us never end up planning. So I've got, however, whatever you do, but I've got these.
Ooh, they look nice.
A monthly planner. So Nick uses online content planners. I've got a monthly one that I designed up and got laminated. Whatever you use, just start writing it down. And actually, when you see it written down, it's not scary. You do not have to do as much marketing as you're panicking yourself. That you're convincing yourself you've got to do loads, and when you see it written down, actually you don't. So coming back to that, taking a deep breath, actually noticing the reality of the situation. Me and Nicola are tangling antlers now. Get yourself a planner, use it this year. Just even if it's a piece of paper, just use something, guys. Just please start planning this year.
Fantastic. Yeah.
As Michelle begs you.
Please start planning.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't even matter what you did yesterday or this morning. You can start again any hour, any minute, any day.
Every day is a new day.
Exactly. It's like the beauty of work for yourself, though, that you can just go, right, I've had enough of that. I'm just going to turn around, twiddle about a bit, and I'm going to just do something else. We just don't have to be prescriptive. And if you don't use paper well, use a different thing. If you just do it however you do it. Where's it from? Is it yours?
It's mine. It's Sarah and Sarah Louise. If Amy's got no objections, but I'll send you. It's a PDF, and you can just print them off. Okay, that's my Christmas gift to you guys. You can have those. You get a full year's worth.
Oh, Joanne! Find the perfect one. Yeah, I did that a few years ago and sold it, which was quite good. But I don't do that now because turned out it was slightly too complicated for me in the end, and I wanted complete simplicity.
I think we all do this, right? So Joanne made her planner because she couldn't find the perfect planner, but that's because we're all different. We all plan in different ways. So what suits me doesn't suit you. What doesn't suit you doesn't suit me.
Exactly.
We have to find our own way. And if we take all of these tips now, so we're trying to be consistent because we're noticing ourselves for it, and we're taking one little step every single day, and you're just doing a little bit of something every day. That minute that you feel that anxiety just coming, it's just about going like, okay, I'm just going to do something else instead. And none of us would ever tell anybody what to do. We're not here to tell you what to do. It's you have to find your own way to do the stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Whether a planner like that or a voice recording of yourself or an old-fashioned diary, I mean, whichever way you want to do it. You know, there's so many tools that have been invented that make everything so much harder than it needs to be. So then we start making our own anyway.
Yeah.
And I think we overcomplicate things. Most of us overcomplicate things anyway, don't we? It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah, I'm very good at overcomplicating things.
So am I, Amy. So am I. Constantly, you know, I talk to other people about it, but then realise myself, I notice when I'm starting to just overcomplicate and overplan and just, we all do it.
Fantastic. Right, now we're going to have another game for the people in the comments to join in with. So I've got to grab it. Give me a second.
You're just sitting eating candy cane. She's sitting here just chomping to me. Sorry.
Everyone can see. Right, I can't remember what you call this game. Kim's game or something? I'm not sure. You have a tray and there's things on it and you have to remember what they are. So I'm going to show you the tray. I'm not going to show you the tray again during this live. I'm going to put a photograph of it up later so you can see if you were right. But you can put in the comments what's on the tray once it's gone.
Lift it up a little bit.
So you're going to remember, I haven't got there yet. You're going to recognise one of these things, Nicola. I'm going to hope everything doesn't fall off.
I know what that's
for. Can you see it all? It's quite difficult. I'm going to tell you what's on the tray as well, in case you can't see, because screens aren't always great. So we've got, it's quite heavy. Where am I? The wrong end. There we are. I've got an apple. I can't see. Hang on, give me a minute. Ugh.
Are you doing it?
It's so funny.
Other way.
No, that way. There we go.
There you go. Apple, candlestick.
Right. No. Sorry about this, everybody. This is really difficult. There we go. Right, things are falling down. So, there's an apple. Yes, there's an apple. There's a candlestick. There's a wooden spoon. There's one of Nicola's sparkly ones.
Yeah.
There's a star, which is made by Jen's Gems. You'll find her on Facebook. She's great. There's a bottle of ink. There is an orange highlighter. There's a sparkly gold pine cone. An orange. And a stapler. There we go. That was really hard. I didn't expect that to be quite so So I'm just going to leave it here for a second in all its messiness, so you can have a look at some of it. I really haven't got
what's in there. Right, we have to remember.
See, I wasn't sure.
I just thought you were showing us a tray of stuff like.
Like, what is this like? What do we need this for?
You've got to remember what the things are. So it's gone now. So you can hang. If you were watching this and you actually managed to see what was in the tray, because that was so much more difficult than I thought it would be. So I can see on here. I can see things. I did run through it. Now is the time to start writing down what was on the tray and see who got the most. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things in the tray. So you can see if you can try to remember what they were. I'll just put this down. Yeah, I think I picked a really heavy tray so it would have like a shelf, and that wasn't a great idea for holding it up. Right, so there's another parcel to open. So I think it's the other one. Can someone just prod it for me and tell me? I can actually get it.
Knobbly.
Hold one up. Really hold yours up.
These two left.
Yeah, I think I want to open the yellow one now. You don't have to do anything with this one. This is just a gift.
Oh,
that's a bit of a relief, isn't it? And people can be doing trying to remember what's on the tray.
oh.
I'll give you the right one. Hiya, Sarah.
Hi.
Usually. Oh.
What's in the stocking?
But you got to open it and find out.
Oh, it's got goodies in as well.
How good.
Love the chocolate.
I've got a chocolate Brussels sprout.
Oh, I'm not showing you the right thing. Little mojito.
That's my drink. Food and drink.
Catherine was supposed to be guessing later and you've typed on answers. That's hilarious.
No, she's supposed to be doing that. That's fantastic. Although I didn't think about the fact that everyone would be able to see her answers. But I'll hide them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Somebody's got all 10.
9, 10. Yeah, very good, Catherine.
Wow.
Catherine all over though. She would remember everything.
I only got 6.
Like we got 9, and we didn't get the 10th one, so I think what was this? Oh, I'm missing the pine cone. No, I've got the cone on. Anyway, are we doing it?
That's lovely. Thank you, Amy.
Tips now.
Yeah, we're going to do tips. So, Julie, tell me your third tip. This is your last.
Yeah, my third tip is to compare yourself only with yourself. So with your best self. So it follows on from what Nicola and Michelle were saying before. We're kind of constantly looking outside, looking at what other people are doing, thinking we need to do all kinds of things. I think comparisonitis is just an epidemic. So we're constantly comparing ourselves to everybody. And what we're doing is kind of looking outside all the time. And I think we need to look inside. So we need to figure out what's best for us and work to that kind of standard rather than constantly looking outside. Because I think we've got all the answers within us. And where we haven't, we're quite capable of asking for support, asking for some help.
Yeah.
So it's just compare yourself with your best self, not with everybody else out there. That's my.
Yeah. Okay, another one that's quite hard, but it's definitely worth doing, isn't it?
Well, again, it starts with noticing, which is why noticing is my number 1. Because everything starts with an awareness of what's happening.
Julian, Joanne says she's really guilty of this one.
Yeah,
I think
you're not alone, Joanne. You're not alone. We all do it. We all do it. It's just that I now catch myself much more quickly than I ever used to.
Yeah, definitely. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. So my last tip was, what was my last tip? Oh yes, to create templates. So I was just talking about being consistent, and we were all talking about how stressful we make that. But one of the ways to make it really easy when it comes to talking about your branding and the design work that you do for your business is to create templates, which is a complete doddle. You can do it in Canva in like a second. But it doesn't matter whatever you use. I use Total Republic for my social media posts, and that's all in templates. You might use PowerPoint, whatever it is. If you just set some templates up, and every time you need to create something, you can just go in and create it, change the text, change the picture, and it's done, and you don't have to stress about it. So just go and do that. And obviously, you need to think about what your colours and fonts are before you do that, which is why this tip came last. But once you've done that and you've got it set up, it's just do that, and then you don't have anything to worry about. So Nicola does this really, really well, and your posts just come up with the sparkle and the right colour and everything every time. And you obviously must use a template, and it just makes it really, really easy. But also, don't make your template totally cluttered. Hi, Lindsay, which is something that people do quite a lot, and then it just doesn't work because there's too much going on in it. But yeah, set yourself templates and make life easy for yourself. Yeah, that was it. Now it's one of you.
So, because I went off track last time, I'm gonna tie this in right for me with if we are noticing and if we are doing a little bit every day, if we're making things easier for ourselves by using templates and that. I would like you all to remember you're running a business. And we have to take some business actions, okay? Even if you're self-employed and you don't think you're running the business, you're running your business around you. So setting yourself some very simple and very achievable targets that you work your best to achieve, for me, is a business process that needs to be done. All right, now what I'm talking about is doing something every day, even if that's just noticing yourself and your own actions every day. But there are business targets that need to be done. And this year has been really eye-opening for me in training that so many people aren't aware of their money, their cash flow, their in and out, the basic things that we need to do if we're going to make and keep our businesses successful. No matter that have failed, okay? And one of them, like, it really hurts when your businesses don't work. And there's some just basic stuff that we've got to do. You've got to market. You can't not do any marketing, so you've got to get to grips with that. But beyond that, we must start facing our money fears. So for everybody, I would like to set our target, and this is my gift to you. Get in touch if you're stuck. I've got worksheets and stuff, but if you don't know your money in and your money out and what that really means, and if our money is being, and I love you all, savvies, but if the money is being put in a tin in the cupboard, right, and the money is staying in a tin in a cupboard and we've got no proper cash flow, this is where we start to really struggle. And cash flow is important. And at the minute, everybody that we're talking to has their heads in the sand about cash flow. So you know, this is a party and I didn't want to poop the party. But if we're following all of these tips and bits of advice, we must understand the real basic stuff. So you've got 4 people here who could help and advise. Just please, please, please get in touch. But I want you all to promise yourselves for Christmas, you're going to start understanding your money.
Yeah.
It's such a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a really timely tip as well, because Christmas is often the time when people get into debt, when they have money worries, and even sort of in a domestic setting, we have cash flow problems because there's so much money going out on food and gifts and not always enough money coming in. So I would like to start wrapping everything together with my last tip. If you look at where you are now and think, where would I love to be in December 2019, and then, you know, backwards plan. And that ties in with my last tip, which is, and some of the girls on here who worked with me earlier, well, in the autumn, will know this, that I've got another prop. I like props. So this one,
I like props too.
I'm trying not to whack Nicola in the face. That's my wins diary. And I've been keeping the wins diary on and off now for years. And it's one of the best, when I do it, when I commit to it, when I'm consistent, it's one of the best things I can do. So it's just sitting every day and writing down whatever comes to mind, you know, whether it's one thing, 2 things, even when you've had a really rubbish day, good things have happened in that day. So mine is particularly for work, for the business. It tends not to sort of be for life. And it's sort of what Julie said as well, is that then, you know, you can, or something Julie said made me think about it. When you then go and look back, you see how you've grown. You see the ideas that you've captured. When you're feeling low and down, you then see all the successes that you've had. And it is one of the most powerful self-development tools that I've got. You know, and so people do vision boards and all different things, but actually taking some time, you know, I'd love to sit every day, but I know life gets in the way, but even a couple of times a week, just sit down and let whatever comes come. Okay, usually I sit down for 5 minutes, and 45 minutes later I'm still sitting there writing ideas, and, you know, things are popping into my head. So having somewhere for you to reflect, but to celebrate. So Nicola had a bit of a downer tip, so I guess I can end with saying celebrate.
Did you say my tip was a downer?
Downer, not a downer. It was the best advice. I think probably it was the best advice. And so celebrate. And we are, I don't know whether it's, you know, because we're women, because we're British, we are not very good at shouting about the things that we achieve, because we think people are going to stamp on us or tell us to stop showing off. And when you're in a community, you know, like sort of Amy and Julie and Nick, when you're in one of their clubs, they're the communities where you can stand proud and say, look at what I've achieved, no matter how small, and someone will come and pat you on the back and show you how that helps you take your next step to wherever you want to go.
See, Julie didn't think my tip was a downer. Julie joined in. Thank you, Julie Default.
Yeah, we've had some good comments. It wasn't a downer. It's actually, if you get that right, it really makes things feel better, doesn't it?
It does. And I know a few people say that, I think Joanne said she's hiding, but actually that's where self-compassion comes in, isn't it? It's kind of, okay, that's how it's been. This is how it is. How do you want it to be? Just be kind to yourself and just say, this is how I want it to be going forward. So every time you notice that you're hiding, it's kind of, okay, what am I going to do about this? But be curious, not judgmental.
Yeah.
Curiosity bit, isn't it? It's like, that's my one of my favorite words, as you know, Amy, is that's really interesting. And I do it with myself all the time as well. If something comes to mind, or I stop and notice something, instead of judging it immediately or criticizing myself, I'll go, oh, that's really interesting. Yeah. And it just helps you kind of filter for something more positive rather than negative, I think.
Everything we don't know can be learned. And until the day we die, we can carry on learning. Everything we don't know now, whether it's in business or life, can be learned. And for me, if you're stuck with your cash flow, we can teach you. If you're stuck with your marketing, we can teach you. If you're stuck with your brand identity, you can teach. If you're stuck with your self-confidence, we can teach, because we can all learn. So as long as we're open to learning, nothing has to stay the same. And that is the beauty of what we do when we're working for ourselves. We're opening ourselves up to all of these opportunities. And there are so many people in all of our communities who are busy helping each other, and it's blown me away this year. The support coming out of the community. So we all run one each, and we're all in each other's communities. But the support that I see every day is entirely humbling. So don't ever be scared if you don't know stuff. Give yourself a break and just come ask, because there's so many people that ask.
Absolutely.
I think we are extremely lucky in the Northeast, in our 15-mile radius between where we all live. The support that is out there is extraordinary.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Like Darren has just said, there's so many people who can help you.
Yeah.
So it's really, really important. Lindsay recommends giving a compliment a day to at least to someone. I love giving people compliments. It's like, I don't know, and they're always like, oh, that's really weird. And Julie says that we need to take an example from the French, because bragging is their thing.
We should all get dead French, shouldn't we? We're brilliant. We're brilliant. We have an accent too.
Je t'adore.
So funny. Right, okay.
Julie, she comes in with a French accent. We're like, we should all be more French.
Yeah, all be more French. I'm partway there. My name's Amy, right? So I'm good. Okay, so the next, we'll do one more question before we move on to the next bit. Before people in the comments and see if they'll answer this one. Who was Cinderella's friend? I suppose it's like pantomime Christmas. That's the question.
Is this special friend? Cinderella's special friend?
Cinderella's friend. Yeah, I don't know. To be absolutely honest, I wouldn't know the question either if it wasn't the answer. It wasn't written in front of me. So yeah, that might have been quite a hard one. Yes,
I was thinking buttons.
I'm quite impressed because I would not have got that. More white.
I love the antlers too, by the way. We'll bring them up for you.
They're great. They are great. You can get them in. Where are these ones from? You know what? I can't remember where I got these from. I went in not these ones, those ones. I went in so many shops. So okay, we'll do one more question that hopefully won't be quite as hard, or will be more easy somehow. What did my true love give to me on the 6th day of Christmas? Not me personally.
Six.
The 6th day of Christmas, after the 5 gold rings.
I'm going backwards 4.
I know.
On the 6th day of Christmas, to me.
6 Lords of Leaping, or is that 6? Can't remember.
No, it's not Lords of Leaping. What leaving?
I don't know. Oh my God, we'll have to sing the whole lot before we go.
Oh, look, Darren knows.
Is it the gift?
Yay! Right, so we've got one more parcel to open, and this is the thing we need to play.
Well done, everybody that said 6 geese.
Yeah, did you all bring plate?
Geese are lame.
Yes. Yeah, I actually didn't bring my plate. It's just stupid, isn't it? But I'm not going to carry into it.
Awesome! Can I eat one now? Because I love marshmallows.
Well, you can, but you might want to wait till you finish making a snowman with it first, just in case you need it. I did wash my hands before I put this little packet together, so they are completely safe to eat. And the matching things are orange, not mint.
I've got gold glitter everywhere on my desk.
Sorry. That's why I had to open that thing the right way up. We've got lots of people comments, haven't we?
Hang on, my computer's about to die. I'm getting the cable.
Oh no. So obviously, as you can probably guess, you're meant to make snowmen with this. They don't have hats and scarves. I tried it with hats and scarves and they just fell over because they were too heavy. So these are nice, simple snowmen with buttons and mixed fruit carrot noses. So you can get on with that. Julie is going to go first and tell us how we can get in touch with Julie, how we can work with Julie, all that kind of stuff, because I know you've got to go in 5 minutes. So
I do.
Yeah. So tell us about that, and then you can carry on with your snowman.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so my company is the Success Club, so you can get in touch with me on my website, which is the-successclub.co.uk, or you can message me on Facebook. So my business page is Julie Johnson Biz. I work with people in lots of different ways. So from a free Stepping into Success Facebook group, I'm just going to show you, actually, I've got 2 books. This is one of them, available on Amazon. But again, you can access those through my website. I've got some online courses, and actually one of them might be very appropriate for people because it's how to make the next 12 months your best year yet. Sorry, I'm focusing on my snowman as well. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, so it's how to make the next 12 months your best year yet. So it's about effective goal setting, but it's holistic. So it's not just about business, it's around your whole life. And it's about how do you, like Michelle was saying, how do you kind of reverse engineer a lot of the stuff. So if you want something by the end, excellent. If you want something by the end, then you need to plan it in and schedule it in. So that's what that's about. And I also have some small group coaching, which you're involved with. So
it's brilliant.
Yeah. And that's just meeting, that's just for business women. And that's meeting once a month for 2 hours for 3 months or longer if you want.
Yeah.
I've just realised my snowman doesn't have a head.
Oh, we have to wait on that.
I need another marshmallow.
Fantastic. Hold up again. I put you off so that I could tell everyone how great success it was. We want to see your snowman, Julie.
No, because I've got like half a snowman. It was difficult to see. I told you I'm not that good at multitasking, really.
Well, that's
Not
all right.
really.
You can continue with your snowman while
Okay.
somebody else talks about their business. So I'll go last this time. So Nicola or Michelle, who's going to talk about your business?
I've got chocolate in my mouth.
Okay. Both of you.
Well, you've got those matchmakers. So you can get in touch with me. Actually, I would love to direct you to all the places you can get in touch with me, but that's just too confusing. So the best thing to do is come into the Do Digital group, which is a Facebook group. It has got nearly 1,600 members now. They're all business people. We're there only to support each other. That's the purpose. So if you just search Do Digital, hashtag Do Digital in Facebook, you'll get into the group from that. I can tell you about all the other stuff that I do. Obviously, it's digitalsparkles.co.uk is the website. There are many plethora of other things which Michelle and I do together and all the other stuff, but it's the Do Digital group and that community that has fundamentally changed my life and my work life. So please do join it if you haven't already joined it. That's hashtag Do Digital on Facebook.
Fantastic. And that's fantastic too. Obviously, I said that Julie's group was great. Your group is also fantastic, and so is the Savvy Solos Club. But everyone needs to go and be in that because it's really, really helpful.
I saw my snowman though, he's falling apart.
Oh,
Mine has too, but it's kind of a awful snowman.
I want one. It just lost his tummy, like Dr. Who aliens. So, guys, you can find me over on my website, custardandbear.com, and that'll give you all the information on ways I can help you, marketing, sort of one-to-one, small group training. And in my group, which is hashtag Love Your Marketing, all one word, come along, join that. That's where I can help you. We can ask all of your marketing questions. I'm not saying I can answer them all, but if I can't, there's people like Nicola in the group, people like Amy who can answer brand questions. So a little bit of a push with your marketing next year. Come and join us in Love Your Marketing, and then you'll be able to see what's coming from me online there as well.
Fantastic. Okay. Wayne says that Michelle wins the snowman competition.
Of course, I've eaten mine.
Yeah, I'm busy eating.
That doesn't really help. What does your look like, Julie? Have you finished? Oh,
that was because it keeps falling. Everything keeps falling off when I hold it up.
Oh, that's really
so
good.
I'm just having to eat it.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll make it a bit bigger. No, it's gone again. Never mind. Okay, so me, I need to have a go. So, yes, so this is my page. So if you're here for the first time, please go and like it. That would be great. That would be quite easy for you. And you can go onto my website, which is whiteacresdesign.co.uk. But I'd really like to invite you to join my Brand Success Club. So I shared very, very quick tips today. But in the Brand Success Club, we'll go into a lot more depth on all of those things and a lot more things besides. So yeah, it's £20 a month. It'd be fantastic to see you in there. This month we are doing about being more you in your business, which I guess we are all doing right now. So that's good. So I'll put the link up to that in a minute when I'm not using my voice. So yeah, thank you very much, Sarah. So yeah, that was actually the end. So yeah, I haven't really worked out how to end this. So I'm just going to say thank you.
That's watching and joining in, right? We all do run different clubs, but we all know that we all run them. And for those of you who are sitting there going, oh my gosh, they're actually competing with each other, that's not how we are. So
No.
don't worry about any of us if you want to go and join one of the clubs and not the other clubs, or if this club is more appropriate for you. Or where on earth should you go? Ask people, ask your friends, ask your colleagues who they're, you know. We've had a few people often say to us too, oh my gosh, I can't go into yours, Nick, because I want to go and support Michelle, or I want to support Michelle and not you. And it's just not like that at all, is it? It just doesn't work like that.
To the point where I might spend, you know, I might do a session with someone one-to-one and mentor them, and then quite proactively say, you need to go and work with Nicola, you know, Julie or Amy.
Yeah.
It's about, you know, the best thing you can do if you need that support is just start talking to somebody, and we'll make sure we look after you and nurture you and put you to the right person. Because
can I, sorry to interrupt, but can I just say I need to go. I've got another call that I need to be on. So bye. It's been lovely, and thank you, Amy. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a lovely Christmas.
Okay, brilliant. Oh, now we're all different again. Yeah, that was fantastic. So, yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Do we have one more question?
Chris, no, I can't do this every day. I do this every day, Chris.
I know, it's so much fun. I love running parties. So, who was the patron saint of pawnbrokers? That's a very strange question.
What do you know?
Pawnbrokers. Learn something new every day. I did not know this one.
I don't even know. No, I have no idea.
No, St. Nicholas, apparently. Just the first one I grabbed my eyes on. Let's pick a different one. What is an Australian territory in the Indian Ocean?
The Christmas Islands.
It is. It's totally Christmas related. And I'll have one more. Which ghost haunted Scrooge?
Ebenezer.
Which ghost?
That was Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Which ghost? The ghost of the Christmas past.
Christmas past.
Yeah.
Christmas present. Christmas future.
He haunted himself. He haunted himself.
I suppose he did, didn't he? It's
Compar-
very English literature.
He haunted himself. Mike Ashley.
Okay, so that's the end. But that was fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody who's come and joined in. It's been wonderful.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. You've been great. Okay, I better press goodbye. Okay, have a lovely Christmas, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Okay, I have clicked end broadcast and